Episode 109, Cavemen vs. Human Caves.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's talk about man caves. Oh, the absurdity. The concept of a man cave is like saying, hey, guys, we need a designated area where men can retreat from the world and be, well, manly. I mean, come on, fellas. Is life so overwhelming that we need a separate room just to escape? It's like saying, honey, I love you, but I also need a space where I can hang my favorite posters of athletes and eat potato chips without judgment. It's like admitting defeat in the battle of domestic bliss. And let's not forget about the terminology. Man cave. It sounds like a place where cavemen gather, grunting and scratching their bellies. Imagine if women had something called a woman dungeon. Can you imagine the uproar? The protests? And rightfully so. But here's the thing, folks. I tried creating my own man cave once, thinking it would be this sanctuary of masculinity. I was wrong. Dead wrong. Instead, it turned into a cluttered mess of old video game consoles, a dusty dartboard, and a collection of action figures that my wife affectionately referred to as dolls for grown-ups. So much for my macho retreat. But it's not just the physical space that's ridiculous, it's the notion that men need a space to be themselves. Shouldn't we be able to express our interests and hobbies without needing a separate room? Shouldn't we be able to enjoy a football game without feeling like we're invading the rest of the house? It's like we're being banished to some secluded corner of our own homes. I think we need to redefine this whole man cave concept. Instead of a hideaway, let's embrace the idea of shared spaces. Let's create living rooms where both partners can comfortably enjoy a game or binge watch a favorite show. Let's design kitchens where men can whip up culinary masterpieces while dancing to their favorite tunes. Let's blur these gender lines and celebrate our shared spaces and interests. But until that happens, I guess I'll have to settle for my not-so-masculine man cave, where I can secretly binge-watch romantic comedies and enjoy my collection of scented candles. Shh, don't tell anyone. In the end, folks, the concept of man caves is just a humorous reflection of how we sometimes cling to stereotypes and traditions that no longer serve us. So let's break free from those imaginary walls and embrace the idea that home is a place where everyone can be themselves, no matter their gender or the size of their television. Thank you, and good night. So, today we're going to delve into the comical world of man caves. Now, don't get me wrong, I understand the need for personal space, but seriously, man caves? It's like the male version of a fairy tale. Once upon a time, in a land far, far away, men needed their own little corner to be themselves. But let me tell you, the concept of man caves is just so ridiculously over the top. I mean, what's next? Woman lairs? Kid dungeons? Doggy dens? It's like we're building our very own hobbit holes, except instead of adventures, it's just Netflix and pizza rolls. The whole idea of a man cave seems to be centered around the idea that men need a refuge, a place to escape from the perils of domestic life. But let's be honest, fellas, what are we really escaping from? Is it the sink full of dishes? The constant reminders to take out the trash? Or is it the dreaded honey-do list? Now, I've got nothing against having a space to call your own, but let's not kid ourselves. It's not some majestic realm of masculine solitude. It's usually just a glorified corner of the basement or garage where we can gather our precious collection of sports memorabilia, dusty old video games, and maybe a recliner that has seen better days. And don't even get me started on the gadgets and gizmos that find their way into these man caves. It's like a never-ending battle of one-upmanship. Oh, you got a mini fridge? Well, I've got a mini fridge with a built-in hot dog toaster. Before you know it, we're living in a man cave that looks like Tony Stark's workshop, but with fewer superpowers and more snack crumbs. But I have to confess, even I fell into the trap of the man cave madness. I carved out my own space, meticulously decorated it with all the things that make me happy. I had my TV, my comfy chair, and a mini fridge stocked with all my favorite beverages. It was my sanctuary, my little slice of heaven. But you know what happened? My wife found out about it. And let me tell you, folks, it went from man cave to marriage cave real quick. Suddenly, my personal refuge was invaded by throw pillows, scented candles, and an impressive assortment of potpourri. It felt like I was living in a bed, bath, and beyond with a side of ESPN. So, the moral of the story, folks, is that man caves might seem like a great idea, but they're just another comical example of how we humans manage to make even the simplest things absurdly complicated. If you really want some peace and quiet, just tell your loved ones you're going to the bathroom. Trust me, it's the original man cave, and it even has a lock. Thank you, you've been a wonderful audience. Remember, folks, laughter is the best therapy, especially when dealing with the insanity of man caves. Now, let's talk about something that's been on my mind lately, the ridiculousness of the concept of man caves. Yeah, you know what I'm talking about, those designated spaces where men retreat to escape from reality and embrace their inner caveman. It's like they discovered fire, and instead of sharing it with the whole tribe, they decided to build a little man cave to hog all the warmth. I mean, come on, guys. What's the deal with man caves? Are we really regressing back to the Stone Age? I've seen some of these man caves that could rival the Bat Cave in terms of complexity. They've got massive TVs, comfy recliners, video game consoles, and even mini fridges stocked with beer. It's like a grown-up version of a treehouse, but without the tree. And let's not forget about the decor. These man caves are often adorned with sports memorabilia, neon signs, and, of course, the obligatory "no girls allowed" sign. It's like a shrine to masculinity. I don't know about you, but if I walked into a room covered in football jerseys and surrounded by sports equipment, I'd feel like I stumbled into an alternate dimension where testosterone is currency. But here's the thing, fellas, why do we need a separate space to be ourselves? Shouldn't we feel comfortable and be ourselves in our own homes? Imagine if women had woman caves, can you imagine the uproar? Sorry, honey, I'll be in my woman cave. You can find me there with my scented candles and a glass of wine. Yeah, that wouldn't fly. I'll be honest, I've thought about having my own man cave, but then I realized I already have one. It's called the bathroom. I can lock the door, sit on my porcelain throne, and pretend I'm ruling the world. It's my fortress of solitude, my inner sanctum. But seriously, if a bathroom can be a man cave, I think we need to reevaluate our priorities. So, guys, let's challenge this notion of man caves. Let's turn our living rooms into human caves, where everyone is welcome. Let's create spaces that reflect our individual personalities and interests, without segregating ourselves from the rest of the world. And maybe, just maybe, we'll realize that true happiness and fulfillment don't come from hiding away, but from embracing life together. Thank you, folks. Let's celebrate the absurdity of man caves and the hilarious idea that we need a separate space to be ourselves. Remember, we're all in this cave called life together, so let's enjoy the journey.
And that wraps up another laughter-filled episode of Not So Funny A. If you enjoyed the jokes generated by our AI algorithms, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and join our comedy-loving community.